Hey guys, what's going on? It's Thursday, uh, about almost 7:30, maybe even later than that. I gotta take my dad to the emergency room. He's been sick. He must have caught something in the hospital, bronchitis. I don't know. So he's really bad, and we have a situation with the doctor that we're trying to change doctors because you know they're not. It's not a really dependable place that we're going to. So we have to switch doctors. It's a long story. Maybe one day I'll get into it, but right now I gotta take my dad to the emergency room. Hey guys, what's going on? I just got home from the hospital. It's about 1:30 in the morning. They released my dad, but uh, they gave him a nebulizer and they gave him uh, I think that's basically what they gave him, and they told him to keep doing what he was doing. He doesn't have pneumonia. He doesn't, you know, he's pretty much okay. He's just got to follow up with the doctor and whatnot. But for me, the most craziest thing just happened. The trip to the ER wasn't just for my dad. It was actually for me as well. It turned into something that I wouldn't even think that would just even take place. Me, I wind up not feeling well. I had a headache. My mouth was dry. I was starting to really almost. I had almost basically a panic attack, anxiety, because of what was going on in the sense. But on top of that, it all triggered something. For me, my I thought my sugar was really high, and it wasn't. Well, it was high, but my blood pressure was kind of higher than what it was. I wasn't feeling that great. My legs were bothering me really bad, so or my right leg and whatnot. So they wound up treating me as well. They they put me on IV. They put me on. Um, they actually did me. They wheeled me in to get a CAT scan. Sorry about that. Dad's coughing up. He's really bad. Well, coughing. So like I said, they gave me a CAT scan. Everything came out normal. Everything's fine. My blood pressure was very elevated, and that was the reason why I probably was getting the headaches. And my sugar was like maybe 250, which I was shocked because I thought it was higher than that. Basically, that's what I thought I was experiencing, high blood sugar. But that's not what it was. It was because of that reason. My blood pressure was high, apparently, and I plus probably had a panic attack on top of that, and I was starting to like fade out and stuff like that. They wind up taking care of me too. I got released early, about a half an hour before they decided to release my dad. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts. I got a cup of coffee. I got my dad a donut. He was hungry, so and now we're home. I'm just glad my dad's all right, and I'm glad I'm all right because that's kind of scary to actually, you go in to bring somebody else in there, but then you're the one getting treated as well for something totally different, something you didn't expect. So um, I am just glad that that ordeal is over. I'm glad we're home right now, and I'm glad we're doing okay. It's Saturday, 5:30 on Saturday. It's been a long day. Actually, it was a long day yesterday. Um, I I'm going to get something to eat right now. I haven't eaten nothing all day. Um, I haven't been feeling that great. I'm recovering from something that happened yesterday. Some people know about it. Some people don't know about it. Yesterday, I was uh, I was at my friend's at the pizzeria, and I was going to visit him and let him know what happened with my dad, and trying to get to me, but it was very busy there, so I never got to the point to tell him what happened. But I had called my dad, and the hospital called him and said that basically to check up on him, see how he's doing. And Dad said to me that wants to go back tomorrow if you don't feel right. And I said, what? And he says, you don't know. And that's when I just had a panic attack, a really, really bad one. I remember just crying, but really, and just, and next thing I know, I was out. I, 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 I was out on the floor on the ground face down. And basically that I was out the door just as I got through the threshold of the back of the pizzeria, I had went down and I didn't even know it. And all I know is I blacked out. I had pains in my chest. It was really bad. I haven't had a really serious one like that in a very long time. But I do get them, but not as severe. But I do get panic attacks frequently. The ambulance came. The ambulance picked me up. My friend called my dad, and he took my keys in my car, and they drove me to the hospital, of course, to the ambulance. And I was there for a while. I was actually there till like almost 12 o'clock. Almost, I think around maybe 11 or something like that. And that was about maybe 6 o'clock it happened, 6:30. And basically, I have a lot of really bad headaches right now. It's just so much stress that's been going on in my life right now, with a lot of things with my dad going on and me and school and all that stuff, and going back and forth. And now I don't really feel that great, because on top of that, yesterday morning when I woke up, it seems like now I'm getting a little touch of whatever he's got. And I think also the stress is kind of brought me to that place where I'm actually susceptible now of getting one of it. And he was coughing, and in the car and all that stuff, and I had to, so there's so much going on. It's crazy. I'm just scattered right now. A lot of people don't know that I have panic attacks like I have them, and I'm just like, it is serious, because and it's frequent I get them. People don't know what it feels to have anxiety and depression and all that stuff, that it takes a toll on your body, and it takes a toll on your things that you do in your life. So a lot of people some people don't know what anxiety is, or they think it's a joke, they think it's funny. It's not. When it happens to them, then they know what you're talking about. Like my doctor, who actually gave me my anxiety medication, he said to me, he said, Chris, years ago, he says, I thought it was a joke. And now people say, I had an anxiety attack, and they're like, what the hell, like, oh, you can't be serious. Oh, what is that? Oh, please, it's just in your mind. He said, until I had one myself, and then I realized that it's serious. It's true. Now I know what people go through. So you can't say or laugh or think it's a joke when people say, I'm having anxiety. People go through it, and it's not fun. It's not fun at all. And I actually cut my knee open yesterday. Well, cut my knee and on my left knee, and it hurt. I was in pain. And also my hand, I'm trying to not hit the lens so it blocks. My hand is like kind of very numb now. It's tight because I was out in the cold so long, and the pressure and the restriction. So that's I have really numb. So it's hard for me to pick up stuff right at the moment, or try to hold things. Like it hurts a little bit. So hopefully that will just go away. That it'll the tension will lessen as it starts to free up again. So, but with my neuropathy and my carpal tunnel, it's not fun. So, when you fall down, you black out, and they said I was drooling, and I said I wasn't responding. I was really out. That's where you realize and you say, oh my God, that's how scary it is, and you don't know what's going on. So, it's not fun, guys. It's really not fun at all. And I've had this for years. I've had this for since 2009, 2009, like April, May. That's when it come on, man. So I've had this for years. So it's not fun. And if you are a person watching this and you do struggle from anxiety, I feel what you're going through, and apparently you feel and know what I'm going through. But if those who are having anxiety and are experiencing it for the first time, you try to have to be strong, but at the same time, it's hard to, because you battle with it every day. and it's not, it's not fun at all. It's not fun at all, like I said. Now, another thing that happened, I went to see Frank, and I seen everybody, and I told him thank you for helping me, you know, because I didn't know that was going to happen. I'm sorry. I don't want to get emotional on camera, but, you appreciate your friends that do certain things. But on a funny note, yeah, there's a funny note because my nieces were there. So I asked Frank, I said, Frank, what did the girls say when they were there when, you know, this all happened? Frank says, my younger niece, Madeline, goes, why is Uncle Chris on the floor? Is he okay? Oh, he's looking for something. What's he looking for? He says, oh, and then she asks, she says, Dad, he's on the floor a long time. How long is he going to be on the floor for? So, and then Bella asked, she says, Daddy, oh, he's looking. He must have lost what he must have lost something. What's he looking for? He must be cold. It's cold out there. So I heard it. I was cracking up laughing. It's funny because the kids are innocent. They don't know any better, And I'm not gonna tell them what happened unless they approach me and they say something. And then I'll say Uncle Chris had to go to the hospital. And luckily, also speaking of the hospital, Dad didn't go today. He was okay. He's very sleepy. He's very tired, and he's coughing. He sounds horrible. It's a lot, A lot of people don't understand the situation that I'm going through, and we're going through, and it's not a cakewalk. It's definitely not a cakewalk at all. People got to understand that, and the future is hard. The future's tough, and this is something you got to deal with. Something that you have to that like it came on right away. Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Oh, you could deal with it. You're good. Like it just happened. No, I had this for a while. So when people don't understand, like I said, why am I stressing so much about that? Is because people don't understand, or actually they don't give a about. They don't. Some people like that. That is the vlog. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe and hit the subscribe button, and make sure you tick the bell to make sure you're getting the subscriptions once you do subscribe, and like the video if you do like what you're seeing on the vlogs. And I will definitely see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.